Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. We've got a good show, fun show for you today. Amy Lee is here, and we are going to talk today about real estate. We're going to talk about business. We're going to talk about all kinds of fun stuff.
Yep.
Going to talk about cruising.
Sure.
Going to talk about looking for houses, how to get them ready to go, and all that kind of stuff. Plenty of stuff to talk about here with Amy Lee of Amy Lee Realty, and we'll do that here on Thursday, August 10th. Hope you've been able to stay away from the raindrops a little bit. There've been a lot of them, and last night there were a few more, so hope you're able to. Hope you've got plenty of rain for all your crops. You've got plenty of rain for all your crops out there?
I had plenty of rain.
Have you had plenty of rain?
The grass is definitely growing. But the crops, they really are starting to look a little bit better.
You know, that's the thing. The sun came out after all that rain over the weekend. I saw some corn, and I thought, boy, that just kind of looks scraggly. But then the sun came out.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if it's too little too late, but at least it saved it from where it was headed, because it was bad.
Yeah, it was rough.
Was bad.
It was rough. It was rough. We're going to talk about that and all kinds of different stuff here in just a minute on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Before we do that, let's tell you a little bit about what's going on in and around the area today. There's not too much here on this Thursday, August 10th, but a little bit going on up at Effingham at Pinky's. You know where that is. That's down on the marina on Lake Sarah. They do a fine job there. They've got food and drinks and all kinds of stuff. Live music is what I'm talking about. Cody Phillips is going to be playing tonight at Pinky's from 6 to 8 p.m. I like to keep the folks informed about live music.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's your favorite live band? Do you have one?
Right now?
Yeah.
I've got to go with Taco Truck or Dylan Wolf.
Dylan Wolf is really good.
He is a genuine good person.
And he's going to be a star, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
I have 100% faith in that.
Yeah, you can tell some people that you know they've got the it factor. It seems like that's really cool. So yeah, that's going on today. It is the Cody Phillips up there at Pinky's tonight. Really not much else going on today other than the national holidays, which I like to tell you about because, ladies and gentlemen, August 10th. National S'mores Day. National S'mores Day recognizes the most popular campfire treat. Millions of people of all ages love this gooey toasted treat. S'mores consists of a roasted marshmallow with a layer of chocolate bar sandwiched between two pieces of graham cracker. Any idea when the first recorded recipe? I'm going to give you. You can pick a decade, and I'm going to give you 10 years leeway. You pick a year. I'm going to give you 10 years each way.
What?
When was the first recipe for s'mores published?
50s.
You missed. You were so close.
Oh.
1927, ladies and gentlemen. 1927 was when the first version of the recipe in the 1927 publication Tramping and Trailing with the Girl Scouts. Even though the Girl Scouts were not the first ones to make s'mores, they were the first one to describe them in the reports all the way back to 1927. Earlier recipes used the name some Moors, so it's unclear when the word s'mores actually became the more common name. Some folks will make different changes, like use peanut butter on the graham cracker or substitute peanut butter cups in place of the chocolate bar. I got to tell you, I feel terrible to admit this. I feel awful to admit it. I've never eaten a s'more in my life.
You're kidding me.
I have never. I go to campfires. I'll go to campfires. I'll get a weenie roast. I'll cook a hot dog. And I love that. I don't mess around with cooking a hot dog unless I've got two on a stick.
Oh,
I mean, what's the point of doing just one hot dog? Because it's going to fall into the fire.
So now I have a mission. We are going to have a cookout.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to bring you and Dodie out.
Okay.
And we're going to have to make s'mores. We're just going to have to do it.
I've seen them. I've started to try to make them, and I don't understand the whole concept of you're cooking the thing over the fire, right? You've got the marshmallow, which is gonna fall off. It falls off. If it doesn't fall off, though, then you've got your handful of with the graham cracker with the gooey chocolate, right? I must not have the hand-eye coordination to get.
We'll make it happen.
Because don't you have to have like a graham cracker here and a graham cracker here and go like that?
Pretty much.
It's
teamwork, but your palate will never forgive you.
Is that right?
Don't try it.
Sounds very
It's
difficult.
American.
I guess
is American.
I guess that makes sense. So here on August 10th, ladies and gentlemen, go enjoy National S'mores Day. That's a nice day to do it. That's exactly right. What else going on here? Actually, on not too much going on August 10th. However, this across the world is World Lion Day. Today we celebrate the most majestic species to walk the earth, or one of. It's World Lion Day. Each year on August 10th, lion lovers around the globe use this day to bring awareness to the declining population of lions. Furthermore, the folks suggest learning about ways to help with the preservation of lion habitats as well. The lion species known as Panthera leo is one of the largest species on Earth, weighing 300 to 550 pounds. It can vary from light to buff in color, and this day was formed back in 2013 by Derek and Beverly Joubert. Derek and Beverly Joubert of Big Cat Initiative and National Geographic. So that's pretty good. They began a partnership to form World Lion Day and just try to help out lions. So I've got enough cats in my neighborhood that I think I'm already preserving lions. It seems like I've got 6 cats in my neighborhood, feral in my little colony.
I've got a 24-pound cat.
That sounds like a lion.
He is a lion. To me, he is a lion. He is majestic.
What's his name?
Garfield.
That makes sense too.
And he's something.
That makes a ton of sense.
Big cat.
There you go. That makes a ton of sense. What else today, ladies and gentlemen? National Lazy Day is, well, there's Garfield right there.
Yeah.
Is that what he looks like, or is he orange?
He's an orange cat.
Okay. Lazy Day is on August 10th as well. This gives folks permission to relax and kick back. As you can see, not much information, of course, about National Lazy Day. But Lazy Day was started, when was this? Started like back in 2015 by just some folks who were look at that gal. She's having. Do you ever take yourself a National Lazy Day? Because every time I see you, it's just basically Energizer Bunny.
Yeah, but I've noticed really since the pandemic too, you've got to take a break.
Yeah.
Mentally, you got to take a break.
Yeah.
You've just got to. So yeah, I do.
That makes some sense.
Not often.
Yeah.
But I do.
Well, you see, now that's cool. That's cool. Like I said, today is National Lazy Day. Do lazy people live longer?
No.
Possibly. A 2018 study by the Royal Society of Biological Sciences suggests that being lazy can help one live longer.
Don't give them any more initiative. Just don't.
So. That makes no sense at all, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
It really doesn't make.
Use it or lose it. I mean.
Yeah. What's the best way to relax? How do you relax best? What is the Amy Lee choice to relax?
I read.
You read?
Yeah.
I watch baseball. That's what I have. I watch baseball and I don't pay that close attention.
I got one of those new bird cameras. Those smart cameras outside, so the bird comes and.
Oh, really?
And it feeds and it takes pictures and videos.
Is it in one of the nests or is it outside the nest?
It's outside on a post.
Okay.
So middle-aged came bird watching, I guess.
What kind of birds are you getting out there?
Oh, I've got everything.
No kidding.
We got orioles in the spring, which were beautiful, but we've got everything because we live out on 18 acres.
Yeah.
But what's so neat is every evening when it's time to shut down, I go through and look at my day's worth of birds.
That's really cool.
I don't know if it's cool or really pathetic.
No,
it does. It just Yeah.
I think that's really cool. I think that's cool. I mean, it's speaking of a nice way to relax. That sounds like an outstanding.
It's a little bit of happy.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. What do you want to see on TV, ladies and gentlemen? What's on television tonight? I got a little baseball. The Cardinals will be in Tampa taking on the Rays. Matthew Liberatore versus Zach Littell. That's on Bally, channel 630. Also, earlier today at 11:35, it'll be Houston versus Baltimore, the Orioles. Hunter Brown versus Dean Kramer. That's on MLB Network, channel 599. Also on MLB later tonight, late night game, the Rockies will be at the Dodgers. Ty Block for the Rockies. The Dodgers have yet to decide. Plus, Women's World Cup quarterfinal matches tonight. It is Spain versus Netherlands at 8 p.m. on Fox, and then at 2:30 a.m. You going to stay up for that?
No.
Japan versus, if you're like me, you're not going to stay up through the whole Spain versus Netherlands match at 8 o'clock.
Not going to happen.
At 2:30, it's Japan versus Sweden. This is Amy Lee. I'm Bruce Dickey. We'll be back right after these words. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Back in a second.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I'm Dr. Eric Pikus. I'm a general practice physician here at CRHPC, and I work at the Clay Medical Center in Flora. One of the things that I love about working for CRHPC is the fact that it's a federally qualified healthcare center. And that means that we can take care of any patient, whatever the case may be. We don't have to worry about their financial situation. And I love the fact that we can take care of anybody that needs our help. So no matter what care somebody needs, we're going to give them the best possible care available without judgment.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? We're going to switch over to that camera right there. My name is Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for joining. Amy Bailey is here. Amy Bailey Lee.
Amy Lee Bailey.
Amy Lee Bailey. Amy Lee is here. So I need to put Amy. How come it's Amy Lee Realty then?
Because that's how everybody knew me in high school.
Oh, is that right?
And it stuck. And
so I need to put Amy Lee Bailey on that?
You're fine. You're fine.
All right.
Just say, hey, you, and I'm good.
I've known this for years, and you and I have known each other for 5 or 6 years. How did I forget that or screw that up?
I'm not offended.
Are you not?
I'm not offended.
Well,
like I said, just say, hey, you, and I'm good.
Hey, you. Well, that's great. Amy Lee Bailey is here, and we're going to talk about the realty business, how it's evolved, how it's changed over the years. Tell me a little bit about yourself. This is, you have been in realty now you've had your own business for 10 years. Congratulations.
10 years, and this is my 13th year.
13th year in the business. What was what got you into real estate as opposed to what you were doing earlier?
Well, it was, for starters, at 8, 9 years old, my dad had me working in a cabinet shop.
Oh, really?
He had me building doors. He had me using an air gun. He put me to work early. So I've always worked.
Yeah.
And then I've always liked sales because we sold furniture all over the United States. And so I've always been introduced to sales. In 2010, 2011, I was at a really bad place in life.
Yeah.
The place I was working at had shut down.
Yeah.
I had taken what savings I had. I'd started working on my grandparents' old house.
Yeah.
And lost everything in a fire.
Oh, gosh.
No insurance, lost everything. I mean, it was a bad time in life.
Yeah.
And back then, in 07, if you remember, there were no jobs.
No, that was before right before and the real estate bubble was building up.
Yeah.
You couldn't buy anything
No, you couldn't.
at a decent price.
Horse feed, any kind of animal feed was crazy high. You couldn't find hay.
Yeah.
I had 52 quarter horses.
I remember this. There were like 1 or 2 summers that the straw and hay became so scarce.
It was insane.
It was like $6, $8, $10 a bale or something like that.
And that's, of course, I always done things before it was cool. It was just, I never fell into it at the right time. So here I had all these horses. I'm living in a camper. It's not good.
Yeah.
And I was, like I said, at a really low point in life. Every job I ever had, I seen that I was making them money.
Right.
I wanted to set my own course.
You wanted to be your own boss.
Yep. So there was a little meeting put together where they were just kind of saying, hey, this is what real estate is. If you're interested, come to us. I went to it and I dove in.
That is fascinating that they did that in that time frame, because that was, if like you say, as folks recall, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010.
Yes.
That was a perilous time.
Yes, it was.
For real estate.
Yes, it was. Well, and another thing, you remember when scrap metal was so high?
Oh, yeah.
I was scrapping metal to pay my bills.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay.
Well,
folks,
I was doing it.
You do what you got to do.
You can do what you got to do. And that's one thing. I'm a survivor.
Okay.
I mean, I've always been proud of that. I'm not scared of hard work. And
You mentioned as a child working and becoming selling.
Huh?
Do you remember a particular customer or a particular sale as a child where you thought, well, I'm actually not bad at this. I kind of enjoyed this. And you maybe sold somebody a rocker, a particular rocker or something. Do you remember anything like that?
I think what I remember more is Dad would throw me in the truck, and here we'd go, to these auctions and wholesale. My dad was a trader before it became.
Yeah, before pickers showed up
Exactly.
on TV. Yeah.
So we'd load up and we'd take a trailer, we'd go to these auctions, and I met so many dealers.
Right.
And just good people, just good hometown people. And I still remember them to this day.
Yeah.
Because I learned how to talk to people. I learned how to handle people through them.
Right.
I listened and I learned. And it just...
the reason I asked that is I just was wondering if there was like a particular, I'm thinking back to you may probably remember the movie Paper Moon.
Yeah.
You remember Ryan O'Neal took Tatum O'Neal around and she helped him sell Bibles until she didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Did you ever get sick of it?
I've always liked sales.
Yeah. You never told your dad, I don't really feel like making this cabinet anymore.
Yes, I did quit. I quit. I got bulled up and I walked out.
Did you really?
I was listening to the guys one day. It was lunchtime, and they got talking about how much they made an hour. Well, my dad would always I can't remember the amount, but he always told me, I'm paying you this, but don't tell the others.
Okay.
Well, I heard what the others were making.
Dad was giving you the family discount?
Yeah. Yeah.
I must tell you, I worked in a family business for like 30 years. That does happen. Not 30, 15
I was a little
20.
kid,
Sure.
Child labor. Child labor.
Yeah. Well, they're making rules about that now.
I know.
All right. Okay. So 2008, 2009 comes around. Did you realize, or did it take the experience of the next 13 years? Did you realize at the time in 2008, 9, and 10 how, like I said, the real estate was perilous? Did you realize at the time?
I had no idea.
So you basically jumped into
I just jumped into the fire. It was the pits, and there were agents everywhere.
That's the thing. There are people who like to, who walk across the coals.
No, I jumped in. Straight in.
You jumped in the flame.
And I don't know if it was the fact of not knowing, or if it was the fact I just had to.
Well, that might have helped.
I had to. I didn't have a choice. There was no option to fail.
Yeah. You had to walk across that fire. You had to walk through it rather than wait till it actually settled down to coals and became safer to walk across. That's great. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I am here with Amy Lee Bailey, and we are going to. I got it right this time, for crying out loud. Oh, she's going to hit me.
No.
And we'll be back right after this. We're having fun. Back in a sec.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, midwestfarmco.com.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Cats TV. Amy Lee Bailey sitting over here from Amy Lee Realty, and we are we're going to talk about the real estate market. We've kind of been talking about the real estate markets of the past. I hate to bring up that the ugliness of 2000, so I'm not going to anymore. Okay, so you got through that, and you worked for a while for different realtors. What made you decide to go out on your own? You said entrepreneurial spirit, you want to be your own boss. Well, you're kind of your own boss, even as an agent, though,
You are.
right?
You're an independent contractor.
Right.
Again, I was in that same path of I was making everyone else a living, and I was skating by.
Yeah.
And so I did. I told my broker at that time, I'll give you 9 months. You either bring me as a partner or I got to go on my own, because I wasn't going to be unfair. I wanted to be.
Sure, you want to give him plenty of.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I said, bring me in as a partner, give me a better cut.
Yeah. You took the initiative. You were going to take the classes either way to become the broker part, right? Or had you already become the broker?
No.
A broker. Okay.
I said, on this date, this is what I'm going to do, but here's your opportunity. We can continue to work together. And the one thing I really pushed was, I don't want this to be a bad split if it's a split.
Yeah.
I want us to continue to serve our clients correctly. So,
Sure.
but it didn't work. I went and got me a little 10 by 12 little room I rented and started, and it took off.
Do you remember the date? I guess you do, because you just celebrated your 10-year anniversary. Tell me about hanging your shingle for the first time.
It was scary.
Was it really?
Oh, it's terrifying.
I don't know if you were terrified. You see, that's the thing, Amy. I know you well enough to know that there's a fiery determination back there too.
Yeah, but I still get scared. I'm human.
Do you? Oh well, I
I'm
guess
human.
everybody does. You weren't able to tamp that down. You must have been.
I guess, yeah. And like I said, my whole thing was I just wanted enough to pay my bills.
Do you remember your first house sale for start to finish?
Yes.
What was it?
It was a little house over in Xenia.
Uh-huh.
It was
How'd you get that listing?
It was a foreclosure company,
Okay.
and at that time there were foreclosures.
Sure. Yeah, that's another thing that's different. There's no foreclosures anymore,
Yeah.
really.
Well, and I've had so many people here lately say, well, I'm gonna wait on the market to crash and wait on all these foreclosures. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
The supply hasn't met the
The
demand
bubble's
yet.
not there yet.
No, it's not. It's not.
Having been through the first one.
Well, and that's something I can bring to the table today, is I experienced that market where homes sat on the market.
And the climb back from it.
Yes. Everybody else that's selling right now in our
Yeah.
area,
Yeah.
not really, they might have bought and purchased and sold, but they didn't,
Back to the Xenia house.
yeah.
Back to the little Xenia house. And I'm presuming this wasn't your first closing or something like that, but it was, this was your first start to finish.
This was all me.
This is all
It was all
you.
me. Yeah.
How big of a feeling of how different was that particular, do you remember that feeling after that closing being a different feeling of satisfaction from your ones in the past?
It's
before
done.
that?
It's done. It's done. I did it.
It's not, nobody's going to come back and tell me, oh, this document's wrong or something like
Nope.
that. No kidding. Oh, okay. So that was 10 years ago, start to finish. When you got into that, you had been in other things for various periods of times. Did you feel like this was, how long did it take you as a broker to realize, I'm doing the right thing? I have found where I think I need to be. Or have you?
Yes, but it was crazy because, like I said, when I started, I just wanted enough to pay my bills.
Sure.
I didn't get in it to put anybody out of business. I
Sure.
didn't get in it to hurt anybody.
Sure.
From what I'd been hearing from the community, they wanted something different.
Yeah.
I was offering that.
Right.
And when I did it, within 30 days, we had 40-some listings.
That's a lot.
Then I was intimidated a little bit by it, but I knew then everything was gonna be okay. It was all gonna be okay.
Well, that would have been 2013. At what point did you notice the market starting to break up and starting to go again? 2013, if you get 40 listings, that means nothing's moving. If you've got...
Oh, they were selling too, but your average day on market at that time was 90 days.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah.
Which and at that time, 90 days was probably down from 180 maybe a year before that, right?
You know what was really funny about Clay and Wayne County is when the market shifts everywhere else,
Yeah.
it takes a while to affect us.
It really does. Doesn't it?
We're behind on it, so
Yeah.
it don't hit us as quickly. So
Why do you think that is? Because of manufacturing? Well, yeah, Clay County's got manufacturing.
yes,
Wayne County
Well-
had manufacturing.
and I'm going to kind of turn on what I just said because the market right now is we're already seeing what some of the big markets are not yet. So we kind of came in first this time. So it's been a completely switch in 2023.
Is that a function of interest rates? To an extent.
To an extent, but the big thing is the supply has not caught up with the demand.
Yeah.
And by now, a lot of buyers are a little bit worn out. They've been looking, they've been trying, and now they're like, we're just tired.
Yeah.
We're not gonna jump real quick because we're tired.
That's fascinating. I tell you what, we're going to get into that. We're going to dig into that part of it here with Amy Lee Bailey. As I want to hear about what the market is today, and then we're going to also talk about the future.
Okay.
Because I mean, we could all make predictions and sit here and think we're going to be right, and you know. You can fact check us. We may not. And the cool part is we understand that. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. You're watching here on Wabash Catch TV. We'll be back right after these words. Stick around.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, midwestfarmco.com.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, talking here with Amy Lee from Amy Lee Realty. You know, that's the thing. I've got all kinds of fun pictures too that you sent me that we could talk about, and we'll get into the current market conditions here in just a second. But tell me a little bit about some of the. Okay, now I saw this. I see this behind your office.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool. How often is this thing used? Tell me what it is.
It's just a moving truck. It's a moving truck, and it's got a Tommy liftgate, so you can put your heavy items right there, lifts them up, slide them in.
Are you the only realtor that has their own moving truck and lets people use it?
In Clay County.
In Clay County?
I think.
I was going to say, I don't know. I've
I
never
think my
seen one.
competition has a
I didn't know if they
enclosed
did
trailer.
it, if the ones, see, the realtors down in Wayne County don't have a box truck.
Well, and I've got flatbeds, I've got enclosed trailers, I've got a pickup.
So you're ready to go, you're ready to help people start to finish then,
Yeah.
aren't you, on this type of thing?
I've got my enclosed trailer sitting at one of my clients now, a seller, so that as she's packing, she can be putting things in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can take it to her next house.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's just handy.
Has she already bought?
We got an accepted offer.
It is in process, is
It
what
is.
you meant to
It's
say.
moving forward.
It's moving forward, okay. All right, now, this is the fun thing. You had a nice reception. This is celebrating 10 years. When did you start planning your 10-year celebration? Because it was a huge, nice, big deal.
Honestly, it was kind of a whim.
Really?
I knew I wanted to do something, but I wasn't making plans.
Yeah.
I hadn't had time.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't had time to say, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. So I just started putting her together. And I had actually called Dylan Wolf. I was like, hey, I got an idea. And he's like, oh, don't make me do that. He's like, do not make me do that. He goes,
Because you knew he would. He would.
no,
do
I
it.
didn't. I
Well,
was
you'd
like,
hope
say
he
no
would.
more. I said, no, if you're not comfortable doing it, he goes, when people are just coming and going, he goes, it's hard for me
Yeah.
to do this. He goes, he called me back in like 2 weeks. He's like, you know what? You've supported me. I'm going to do it.
No kidding.
It was awesome. He is so good.
How long did he play? Was it like an hour or something?
No, it was like probably 2.5.
Oh my gosh, I didn't
2.5.
realize he played that long.
Yeah. We fed, I think, 240 people that day.
Wow.
Everybody took something home. We gave away 2 cruises. And we had good stuff to give away
Yeah.
too. It was cool stuff.
Oh, that is outstanding. There is the office. If you don't know where the beautiful office is, it's down there just off of, what is that, east-north, about a block off of that?
We're just catty-cornered from the police department.
Catty corner from the police department, the large A-frame. That looks gorgeous. Tell me a little bit about this. How in the world does one become named one of the top 1.5%? I guess you gotta be first in the top 1.5% of agents to get named that, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is outstanding. How'd that happen?
Work. It's work. You submit. Tom Ferry is one of the largest names in real estate in the nation. So he collects the most productive brokers around, and they rank them per state.
And then off
And
you
I'd
go.
done it again this year.
Oh, really? So, yeah, this was for 22, and you're going to be in on it on 23 as well, huh?
Sure.
Well, congratulations again.
Several years I've actually ranked on that.
Well, how about that? That must make you feel pretty good. I mean, you're not trying to make these lists, but it does, every little bit helps, doesn't
Well,
it?
what's really cool is when you do look down at when they do send out the final things, and you're like, okay, I know that broker down at Mount Vernon, I know that broker up at Effingham, I know that broker down Southern Illinois, and these are big markets.
Right. Oh, yeah.
These are big
Yeah,
markets.
Yeah, yeah. Flora, Louisville, Sisney, Wayne, Fairfield, and Clay County aren't that big, are they?
So I'm right in there with them.
Atta girl. That's wonderful. Tell me, you couldn't do it by yourself, could you?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Who are these ladies?
The first one is Shara Wilkins. She's my assistant. She had actually retired from Flora Savings Bank, so she's been a major asset to me. Me, and then there's Shayna Romero. She comes to us with over, I believe, 20 years of real estate. She was up in the Chicago suburbs, and she done property management.
Oh, really?
Foreclosures, so she knows it.
I was going to say, that's a heck of that's an education in itself.
Absolutely.
Oh, I
Absolutely.
would think so. I would think so. And finally?
Heidi.
Oh, that's Heidi in the office.
That's Heidi
yeah.
Howard. I could not do it without her. She's been with me, this is over 5 years now, and she is 100% a buyer's agent. So that means she works exclusively with buyers. So she will show anyone's listing, She works 7 days a week. She loves her buyers.
So I mean, there's a skill. I mean, so she's got the skills, but there's a learned skill involved with setting up a home for selling it, as well as to kind of inform the buyers what they're getting into, isn't there?
Absolutely. You've got to, as far as when you show a home, there's things you can't say.
Yeah.
There's things you can't say. But to be able to explain things and explain the process, explain the home and its components, to be able to explain that in a way that the buyers understand is huge. Not everybody can do that.
What made her decide to specialize in the buyer side as opposed to the seller side?
Well, Heidi had worked in the factories for over 20 years, and she was just worn out.
No kidding.
I think she told me at one time she worked, I think it was 8 months, and never took a day off.
Oh, my gosh.
Never had a day off. So she's a workaholic.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful for her. So thankful for her.
I so want to take advantage of her workaholism.
And she's loyal. Oh, she's so loyal to me. She's so good to me.
That's all you can ask. I mean, you'll see her when you walk in the office. She's off to the left there, right?
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah. Well, see, now there's your logo. When did you build the logo? That's a nice logo.
I think I updated that, I don't know, 2 years ago, maybe 3.
Yeah.
I do all my own logos, all my own marketing, so.
That's what I was talking to my wife about. She was mentioning how Amy does all of, whenever you see you'll see billboards from time to time, or you'll see other pieces of marketing. You're not hiring that out, are you?
No. First, when I started, I couldn't afford to hire somebody to do
Sure.
it. I had to learn all this.
Yeah.
So from the billboards to the signs to the truck wrap, I do it.
Yeah, there's that truck wrap. That's just really good.
Thank you.
I like that. When did you pick up the truck, by the way? How long you been? When did you add that? When did you add that to the business?
When Derek was selling Sears.
Yeah. Is that the Sears truck?
That is the Sears truck. I called him and I was like, I got dibs on the truck. I need that truck. What's wrong with it? I need it. So.
What's wrong with it?
I gotta know what's wrong with it. So, yeah.
Oh, well, that's the thing. Derek treats you right. That's exactly right. And Derek's doing well down at Dairy Queen now anyway.
He's doing good.
Yeah.
He's doing good. And I'm so happy for, Joni getting the building for the tumbling. That worked out because she worked so hard. Her and Donnie trying to find a place that was going to fit. So I was so thankful that all worked out for them.
Well, that's outstanding. Well, yeah, they're wonderful folks. They are. And heck, speaking of, you probably deal with them a little bit on property as well, I suspect, too, don't you?
A little bit, but Joni and I went to school together all our lives.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
I did not realize. I skipped the market.
It's alive and well.
We've got one more segment. We're going to wrap things up here in a second with Amy Lee Bailey. We're going to talk about the current market, where we think it's going, where it is right now. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, and we'll be back right after this. Stick around.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. We've got Amy Lee Bailey here of Amy Lee Realty, and you can find it. I didn't put the website on. Website is
AmyLeeRealty.com.
Easy. AmyLeeRealty.com. Also on Facebook, a pretty good presence, I guess.
We have a fantastic following. And 4,700, I think.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Pretty phenomenal for our area.
That's a third of the county, for crying out loud, of Clay County. So we're just talking about things. Okay. You mentioned earlier that the current buyers may be getting a little bit tired. Do you see that? And do you see that changing? Maybe how soon is that going to change? Is it going to?
It's relaxing. It's relaxing. I think the first part of this year, like I said, when those low interest rates and then homes were coming on and boom, they're gone and multiple offers. That's still happening some, but buyers are exhausted, and with the higher interest rates now, they can be a little bit more picky, particular, because they don't have to jump. And I think that's good. I think that's good to wait a little bit, make sure that's what you want. And what I normally tell people, don't buy a house unless it checks all the boxes.
Well,
just don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's an investment that can take months and years to get through. If you don't like it, you're really messing up, aren't you?
You are. And here's another thing. A lot of people nowadays are using the program loans with very little or zero down payment.
Okay.
You step in that door owning that house with no equity.
Yeah.
So it's going to take you time to build that equity.
Right.
So if you turn around and sell,
you get nothing out of it.
You're not going to get anything. It may cost you money. So that's something I always like to talk to sellers about, and I go through every detail. And there's some options. We've got some things up our sleeve that we've got lenders that will do certain things that others aren't aware of.
Over the years you've been doing this, the 10 years that you've been that you've had the Amy Lee Realty, those programs have changed, and they've changed quite a bit, because it seems like even when the bubble burst, that was when you finally had to have equity to actually buy into something or something. After trying to recover from 2008 and 2009.
Yes.
But it's beginning to move back that direction, or what? Or there's no bubble yet.
Oh no, and I don't think there's going to be. I don't see it. Everybody they were forecasting last year that this year was just going to be horrible, and it wasn't there. It's not the same as what it was in 7, 8, 9. It isn't.
Yeah.
Can things stay at those low interest rates? No, they couldn't.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to see 7%, but it's a heck of a lot better than 15.
You ain't a kid.
So, and like I said, there's programs.
So you're of an age where you can remember 15. At least I am. You're not quite there.
No, I'm not.
You're not there. I am of an age where I can remember 15% because I was in grade school at the time and I read the paper.
Though.
High school.
I think that's what I love so much about real estate is you can constantly learn.
You never stop, do you?
No. No, absolutely not. I am constantly educating myself. I'm trying to stay up on the newest trends. I'm trying to learn the history of it still, because there's always something.
The history of it.
And there is.
I guess I guess I'm trying to understand what you mean by the history of it. You mean like you could go all the way back to like the Sooner land rush, for crying out loud.
Sure.
To learn
just the laws, the regulations.
The acquisitions from. It depends how far back you want to go back. King Louis used to own this land.
Just like me seeing, I'm obsessed with old abstracts.
Yeah.
Love them. I'm obsessed with old plat books.
Are you really?
Because it's just so different, and I can read them, and I love that.
Oh, the old abstracts. I'm with you there, Amy, because
it's cool.
Because you get in there and you see some covenants. Mm-hmm. You'll see some covenants that are still in effect and still in force, but not paid attention to.
Right.
Thankfully.
And like I told you earlier, my favorite thing with real estate is the paperwork and critiquing and making sure all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed.
Paperwork, whenever I bought my house in 1992, I had a loan on it, and I did the paperwork myself because I was working at the bank. I basically did up the paperwork.
Sure.
That was my job.
Sure.
So I did paperwork. It was about 10 pages, 5 to 10 pages.
Yep.
It's not like that anymore, is it?
Oh, no.
Is that intimidating to most people? It's not to you, because you, like you say, you enjoy that part of the gig.
I think it's intimidating to so many of the agents that get into brokers, that get into the career, the field, and don't understand you have this that you have to do.
Right.
It's not open a door, here's a pretty home.
That's part of it.
Oh, my gosh.
It's part of it.
Yes.
And actually, if you take care of that part of it, that ensures the check at the end. I mean, that's you basically, the paperwork is there to ensure the check.
You cannot be lazy on paperwork. You cannot be lazy on paperwork.
Do you ever get tempted to, not take a look at something or other?
Oh, no. I am attached all the time.
Well, that's great. That's cool. Okay. As part of the 10-year anniversary, as part of the 10-year anniversary, for some reason, and I want to know where this idea germinated and where it came from, we decided it was time to start giving cruises with every listing, right?
Yep. Every time someone lists with us, and at closing, Bruce, we appreciate people.
Yeah.
I couldn't have built this business without people supporting me. And here's the thing, in today's world, people need a break.
Well, that's what you said. This is Lazy Day, USA.
They need a break, and I wanted to do something for people that they won't generally do for themselves.
What made you think of cruises? Because, yeah, you're right. I would never go on a cruise
but if I said, here you go, you and Dodie would be like, heck yeah.
Right there.
So, it's something a lot of the larger markets offer.
Okay.
Huge markets offer this.
I didn't realize that this was something that people were doing.
Sure. I always kind of thought, what's the catch?
Yeah.
What's the catch? What's the fine print? There isn't any.
You see, now that's
the cool thing.
That's what my thought is. Are they going to get me on this cruise ship and somebody send me down to try to sell me a timeshare or some silly thing?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And we've officially given away, 30 now, I think.
Have you really?
Yeah. Yeah,
no kidding.
30 people are going on cruises.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I've asked them to all keep me posted through the progress of it and let me know how it's going. And they've all said it's been great.
No kidding.
I don't pay for the transportation from you to the port.
Yeah.
But here's your voucher for a vacation.
So you've had 30 people complete it in
in the next 18 months I've got to go on a cruise.
That is so cool.
People need it. People need to take a break. Everything's busy. Everything's hustle and bustle.
Well, I would think, especially, so I haven't done it for 30 years. I have not moved into a new house for 30 years, and I must admit I probably never will.
Yeah.
I would think after moving into a new house, that is maybe the perfect time to want to have to take a break, right?
Yes. How many of my sellers say, I'm going to be so ready for that vacation?
Oh, is that right?
They're loving it. They are loving it. Here's the bad thing. I want to go on one. I want to go.
Well, you got to make yourself a little bit of time there, Amy. I mean, for crying out loud.
I surely have.
Or sell, like you say, I know a guy, I know a gal who will give you a cruise if you list a selling, huh? If you list a piece of property.
I told my husband we just need to sell our house too, and he said he's not going to move my stuff again.
I say that's like me. I cannot blame him at all. Oh, so how long do you think this is going to? What do we do? I guess. I mean, this can't last forever. I guess, right? What do
No, it'll run its course, I'm sure. But I did just order another bundle of them. The company that's doing it, they've been in business for well over 20 years.
Yeah.
Perfect ratings on everything, no complaints.
Well, that's the other thing folks are probably scared about. They were worried that it'd be some kind of fly-by-nighter that's going to drop you down at some tropical country and leave you there, something awful.
And it's on your main cruise lines. It's on Princess, Norwegian, Caribbean. Yeah. It's on your good ones.
And it's can I get one out of New Orleans? And
you can.
I saw the Caribbean and the Mexico one. I think that'd be the one I'd probably want. Yeah. I mean, like I said, if I ever sell.
I know where you guys live.
Yeah, I got good internet too. Well, that is so cool. Let's see. And this is you gave me this other last picture. Yeah. This is cute. This is fun. This is kind of welcoming at your store, right?
Yeah, Courtney Atwood, her class made those little houses.
Oh, really?
And they are so cute. And she had dropped that off, and I thought, just how perfect is that for the office?
That is perfect for the office.
Yeah.
What size are we talking there? That looks like about 1,000 square feet.
I think that's probably about where it is. On your main level.
Yeah, main level's 1,000. You might have a second level. How quick does it take you to assess? People have a number in mind, but a customer may be way off short, maybe way off high. How long does it take is it a quick, at this point, do you know what something's worth?
On some, yes, but here's my thing. I will never tell you a price that I can't justify.
Right.
I will justify it all day. And if somebody comes to me and says, I want $500,000 for my house, and I'm over here thinking it's worth $350,000.
Yeah.
I'm not going to criticize them, and I'm not going to take the listing.
And it's their choice.
Absolutely. I won't take the listing, though. I'll shake their hand, wish them luck, tell them if they don't get it sold, call me back.
Yeah.
But I just will not take an overpriced listing.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, that makes it. You don't want to waste their time.
No.
You don't want to waste your time.
It gives false expectations from the seller, and that's not fair to them.
Oh, was that right? I didn't really think about it that way.
If you take it for this, then they're going to get this. No.
Put on your Janet Yellen hat. Are interest rates going to go back down? Or are we going to stop going up?
I think we've got a few more upticks, and then we're going to come back down a little bit. Are we going to see 4% again? No.
Not for years.
No.
If ever.
If ever.
Wow, that's almost disheartening.
It is. It is.
But that's the thing, and I mean, it makes you deal with you got to deal in the world that you're living in at the time.
Absolutely.
Aren't you?
Absolutely.
And that's the key. You got to be able to adapt and change, right?
Yeah.
That was great. Amy, thank you so much for being here. I every time we talk, I learn a ton. How's Gus?
Phenomenal. Gus is our little rock star.
Yeah.
Slightly spoiled.
Slightly spoiled. That's a dog that size will be slightly spoiled. Hey, folks, thank you so much for tuning in to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Amy, thank you so much for being here. We'll see y'all next time. Have a great day.